here in Parktown today. The Nelson Mandela Children's Fund is hosting a summit. Let me introduce Enzio, the project leader. Enzio, thank you very much for your time. You can elaborate more on the summit.
Thank you so much. The South African Children's Pre-Summit is happening ahead of the Africa Children's Summit, which is taking place in 2025 in April. So the idea was that we wanted children to speak about policy issues. And in this instance, we're specifically speaking about educational policies. The children are discussing AI and technologies in the context of education, violence, inclusion, participation. And they're thinking about these issues because they're affecting them the most. South African Constitution says the children are the most protected category of people, and so they are coming to claim their rights in this summit.
What are you aiming to achieve?
We're aiming to achieve change within the educational system, not only for South African children and custodians of the education system here, but across the African continent. The African Children's Summit will bring together next year 28 countries across the continent, with more than 700 children participating from various parts of the continent to discuss educational policy and reform.
You can tell us, you said the summit started yesterday and is finishing today. What was happening?
So the summit started yesterday, and we brought children in to really speak about some of the issues, the topics that we are discussing. We wanted to hear from them their first-hand experiences. We've got children here from all 9 provinces. We've got children from ages 10 to 17. And so we're really hearing a diverse range of voices from different perspectives. We've got children from rural villages and some from the cities. And all of them are saying similar things about education. They want reform, they want technology in education, and they want non-violent school spaces where they can learn in peace.
You gave them a platform to speak. What are they saying?
They're saying that they want us to change faster. You know, a lot of times when government is making decisions and we're enacting changes around policies, it doesn't happen fast enough. We find that there's still violence in schools. The infrastructure is still poor. And these students are frustrated because for them, their lives are passing them by while the change is not coming fast enough for them to experience it. So this platform is for them to collect their issues and to see if their issues are similar amongst each other, and then for us to generate an outcome statement which will send to the Department of Basic Education and to the Presidency so they can act ahead of the summit next year.
Do have solutions for the problem that they are facing?
Well, we don't have the solutions as the adults, but they certainly have a lot of solutions. One of the main solutions that they're proposing is that they should be more actively involved and participate in decision-making that affects them.
Let me introduce Kholiswa Fulumeni. Thank you very much for your precious time. You can tell us more about your role in this summit.
I am Kholiswa Fulumeni, the Director for South Africa International Children's Summit. Our NPC was established in 2022 with the aim to create and establish platforms that will allow children to have a voice and be involved in crafting their future. So we've partnered with the Nelson Mandela Children's Summit to make sure that we bring that platform to the South African children, not only in South Africa, but in Africa as a whole. This is following an Africa Children's Summit that was hosted last year in Kenya, after the delegation from the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund attended the summit. And alongside with the leadership of Dr. Linda Nkomangube from the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund, we then formed this collaboration to bring this platform in South Africa.
You can tell me, how did you identify the attendees here, these children?
The attendees that we have are coming from all the 9 provinces in South Africa, and also we have children coming from the Nelson Mandela Children's Parliament, South Africa Coalition Committees, and also delegates that are coming from Eastern Cape, because we wanted to ensure that our delegates, they are a reflective of South Africa demographics.
What are they saying when you engage them?
They are very excited that finally there are NGOs and stakeholders that are willing to listen to their voices and giving them, making sure that they are heard and they are seen, they are engaged. If you remember, before we would have adults and relevant stakeholders advocating on behalf of the children, but we are now saying, let the children take lead in crafting their future.
With the problems or challenges that they are facing, do you have solutions?
We don't have solutions. We want them to give us solutions, and we can then present all the solutions and recommendations to relevant stakeholders, to government officials, so that we can find formidable solutions and sustainable solutions in making sure that our children's voices are heard.
The event started yesterday and it's coming to an end today. You can tell us what transpired inside there.
What we've learned is that children are not given opportunities, and there are a number of issues that they would like, as parents, educators, NGOs and government officials, that to be engaged in, so that we can know that whatever that we decide on their behalf, they are part of them, so that they are the ones living this life, and we should make sure that they are the ones crafting and making sure that they take ownership of their future. And from the event that we're having today, we will be receiving an outcome statement, and it is not for us, it is theirs, but it is for us as the stakeholders to take that outcome statement to the relevant people to make sure that they are heard. So the conversations are not only ending today. We will not just sit here and have all these voices. We need to make sure that we take it to the public, to relevant people that will make sure that these voices are heard and seen.